orders for an unbelievably low cost. Contact our sales office today at 876-544-0791, 876-377-3442, or email us at fitfmsales@gmail.com. Fit FM 96.7, Trelawny's Radio. Your life, your music.
Promote your business on Fit FM Business Ball Out. Call 876-377-3442 or 876-317-1991. Don't be left out. Fit FM, a community business ball out.
The whispers in the morning.
It's exciting, sometimes romantic, and always informational. It's Love Stories on Fit FM 96.7, Thursdays 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Join me, Queen G, for cutting-edge conversations and advice about love and relationships to spice up your love life. Love Stories, building healthy relationships. Don't miss it.
'Cause I am your lady.
This is Fit FM.
Fit FM 96.7.
96.7.
Duncan's Trelawny.
Duncan's Trelawny.
Oh, because I'm your lady. I am your lady. I am Queen G. How are you all doing? Welcome to Love Stories on Fit FM 96.7. Because I'm your lady. Oh my God, I feel like singing today and not talking. And you are my man. Somebody stop me because my head forgot off key, Like seriously, I can go off key easily. But the lady Julia, she is the big time singer. You want to bust that tune, Jules? Yeah, I can put it right now. I want to say welcome to all the persons in tune to Fit FM right now. Big up yourselves. Yeah, man. Welcome, welcome. Trelawney, how you doing? Want to say hi to all the parishes who are in tune to Fit FM right now. If you're logging on via fitfmja.com, welcome wherever you are in the world. And you know what? I love when you guys log on to Fit FM on Facebook and YouTube because you get to see me live and you get to interact with me because this evening is going to be truly, truly, truly a good evening because the topic that we're going to be discussing this evening is a hot topic. And of course, we've been discussing it all week on Facebook. We had a lot of persons responding to the question that I threw out there. And I'm going to be reading the responses this evening because this show is not about Queen G, it's about you. And it is important to me what your views are on whatever topic it is that I'm discussing. And of course, I have my lovely guest. Well, it's supposed to be two persons, but guess what? It's just going to be a good evening. So you stick and stay and draw your friends in because, as I said before, it's going to be hot. Good evening to you once more. We're going to be taking some music, finally found by Crisis. And then we get right into, I'm not even waiting and chit-chatting this evening. We're getting right into our discussion, our conversation. So let's go.
Since I've got your attention, I could tell you're feeling me. We've got love and affection. I just love the chemistry. I love the way you give me hope like no one has ever did. I thank the Lord for this harmony, beautiful soul He blessed me with. Finally found the woman of my dream. I think I finally found the one who cared for me. I finally found woman of my dream. I think I finally found the one who cared for me. Yes, I did give up in the love cause I too many hurt. Whatever since me meet this woman, everything I work. And the way she fit me right is like my favorite shirt. And now she keep me gon' getting hurt. Cause I never know I had such love inside me. Well, respect you to you highly. Woman, not just the way you treat me right, the way you love me and guide me. I'm glad that you're standing beside me. Finally found the woman of my dream. I think I finally found the one who cared for me. I finally found woman of my dream. I think I finally found the one who cared for me. This woman, she full up of beauty and class. Compliment her on her beauty and past. I know that the outside beauty can cost, but a lifetime the inside beauty will last. I know that sex is a factor, but this woman is a woman with character. A flirty was woman was what I'm after. Now she had the verse, I side me at the chapter. Finally found the woman of my dream. I think I finally found the one who cared for me. I finally found the woman of my dream. I think I finally found the one who cared for me.
One a twin spin because I love it so much. Finally found. Have you found that woman of your dream? Have you found that man of your dream? I want you to do it, because I want you guys to start your relationship. Then come and tell us about it here on Fit FM. All right. So taking this one from the top. Finally found by Crisis.
Like no one has ever did. Thank the Lord for this harmony, beautiful soul He blessed me with. Finally found the woman of my dream. I think I finally found the one who cared for me. I finally found the woman of my think I finally found the one who care for me. Yes, I did give up in the love cause I too many hurt. But ever since me meet this woman, everything I work. And the way she fit me right is like my favorite shirt. And now she keep me down getting hurt. Cause I never know I had such love inside me. Well, respect you to you highly. Woman, not just the way you treat me right, the way you love me and guide me. I'm glad that you're standing beside me. Finally found the woman of my dreams. I think I finally found the one who cares for me. I finally found the woman of my dreams. I think I finally found the one who cares for me. This woman, she full up of beauty and class. Compliment her on her beauty and class. I know that the outside beauty can cost, but a lifetime the inside beauty will last. I know that sex is a factor, but this woman is a woman with character. A virtuous woman was what I'm after. Now she had the first, I said me at the chapter. Finally found the woman of my dreams. I think I finally found the one who cares for me. I finally found the woman of my dreams. I think I finally found the one who cares for me.
Yeah. We love that song. We love that song. Guess what? As I told you before, we're going to be discussing whether or not age matters in relationship. And so I've chosen to read you a few little clips just before we get into the meat of the matter. All right. So this quote is about age difference. It says, "What if I told you that one day you will meet a girl who is unlike anyone else you've known? She will know all the right things to say, what makes you laugh, what turns you on, what drives you wild, and best of all, you will do for her exactly what she does for you." So the person is asking, when will I meet her? So the person says, well, let's put it this way. She doesn't even exist yet. So possibility arises that the person who this other person is talking to, maybe 20 years old or more, and the next, if this person, if the girl is his, then maybe 20 years time, the girl will be born. So by the time in 14, we get her when she at 20. Yeah, my thoughts. All right, so age is an issue of mind over matter, says somebody else. Mark Twain, to be exact, one of my favorite writers. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Simple. Age is an issue of mind over matter. So if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Let me see if I can find another one. All right. All right. Age is a question of mind over matter. That's another one. It's saying if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Right? So basically what this is trying to say, for most persons, age don't really matter. It's just what you think, or how you think, how you feel about the person. And as you all know, the first person I like to ask any question when I'm up in here is Julia. Julia? Yeah, bring it down. I know. She put the microphone into people all the way up in the ear because she think that if I don't see the microphone, I won't ask her anything. I don't care where the microphone is. I know where you are at. All right, so Jules, what are your views? I've been asking persons all week. It is not a matter of whether or not you've done it or intend to do it. It's a matter of what you think.
But my husband was 18 years older than
who?
than me. My husband.
Because I heard, I didn't hear the rest of it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, Mojo, what? 16.
Yeah.
So, 16, yeah. Yeah.
He was 16 years older than you.
Yes.
What? Did it matter?
No. Didn't matter.
You
to
didn't
him.
feel like one little girl and he treated you like a little girl? Not you know, the love it up with me, but I mean,
no.
like you're immature and then
sir,
something.
No, sir, not one bit. No
Yeah.
way. No.
How
we were
how
right
was
there.
it? Mhm.
But in
You know, I didn't even know all that. I want man to ask Karina people. One man to ask Julia. Come on, know if I egg Julia in the red. Serious. Julia is
16
so
years
experienced.
older, 16 years older, 16.
Mhm.
So there's certain times we would have conversations and then he would want to drop this line. Look, me born long before, you know. So he would I say, all right, Mr. Ancient.
Uh-huh.
You know, since
Exactly.
you okay, Mr. Ancient, since you know all of
Right.
this and you know all of that. But you know, we had
Did he
good,
feel like a father figure to you?
I called him daddy.
But outside of that,
No,
Mhm.
no.
because you can
We had
call
good
somebody who is your
times,
age group daddy to
Exactly.
affection.
I called him daddy because other kids said daddy to that. So it was just
Right.
one word. But you know, we had good conversations, and
Mhm.
that was part of the major track. What you watch her. So she leaned back, JB, if you hear me, Tori. Boy, I tell you.
Is that that?
What?
You don't know what going through my mind.
What?
I don't think I need any guest on a Thursday because you fit every description, anything they ask you today.
Make me have an answer.
You're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready
And we
for you.
can chat all
Oh,
2 hours.
no, easily.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But all right, so your husband, he was 16 years older than you. So when you're ready again, you said, Jules, would you date somebody younger than you, like 10 years or so?
No.
No? How young? How much years younger? Would
Maybe
you
a
go?
year or two younger. I'm not.
But
going
that's
for-
a pair.
But
That not count.
that is pretty much the same age group.
Yeah,
eh?
that not count. One or 2 years, some not count. That
That
is not
count.
no age difference. On a playmate.
Yeah, playmate.
No, I see like 5 years and over, because I always say I would date somebody 5 years. I don't know about no disrespect to older men, but I don't like old man. No, I don't like. Me don't
You
like
want to
her.
grow old with that person.
And I
Older.
think 5 years, I've gone more than 5 years younger.
Yes.
And trust me,
Mm-hmm.
I think that person was even more mature than I,
Mm-hmm.
because he had to be counseling me whenever I'm down and out, and every
Yes.
time I have problems, he must counsel me, and I went, "Oh, him so old, you know? How does he know all these things and I don't?" So, but for me, 5 years older or 5 years younger is
that's
good.
It's good.
But I
Okay.
feel like we'll go 10, because you see them little boys
10 years-
over there.
10
They're
years
not
younger.
easy, you know.
Me no want none of them. Me no want none of them.
They're not
boys.
easy. They're not
I'm
easy.
very sorry. I don't want none of them young boys who
All right, why
call
don't
into me.
you?
Because they're my son's age.
And
That is my problem. It's my
but
son's
that is
age.
not supposed to be the reason you
Me
don't
no
want the
me no,
person.
me no want no.
All right. So
I
let me
have enough.
ask you a question.
When I'm on the street with Marlon, when I'm abroad with Marlon, because he lives
Mhm.
in Florida, and we're walking, I say, you make sure you say mommy, you know, and you say mommy loud, make these people know that I am the mommy.
And
And
then
then
you're worried about what people think. That's your
then
problem.
and then he would tell me, mommy, you better walk in front of me, because when you walk beside me, me not get no girls.
All right. Let me turn the question around now. Since you mentioned your son,
You're right.
what if it is that your son brings home a lady and she's a year older than you are, and him say, "Mommy,
No, you're not going to do that. You know what that be?
you don't know
That is not going to happen.
You don't know that love and attraction. You don't know that. But all right, just say him do it. You know, say
him
it.
head lick him mad, but him not that bad. No, come on.
Oh, so you
Why is it?
you would see him as in see?
I would say, let me tell you something, young man.
But you don't mess up the man down the house, because you're gonna deprive him of the joy that he would probably be getting.
What
from
kind
the-
of joy?
Anything at all, she give him. You know,
Money,
It's
house,
not
land.
I don't
Well,
know.
that would be.
Does
I
it
mean,
have to be? That is why I
That's-
brought back Doc this evening, because I need to discuss this topic from a
Right.
psychological point of view as
Right,
well.
right.
And I brought my little fiery friend Blackie.
Yes.
She is from Waterhouse in
Yes,
Kingston,
yes.
but she lives in New York, USA. And I need to. I'm not even sure if she ever dated anybody older or younger. I just want somebody to chit chat with me about it.
Right.
But I also need the psychological point of view. And based on your response regarding your son, how you would react, that's why I need Doc.
No. That wouldn't work at all, man. But
All
let's
right,
take
you
Sharon.
have a daughter.
He's very
What if it is that she brought, all right, your husband
Was
was
16.
16 years Yes.
And she
I
happens,
just carry him.
and she happens to be with us this evening in the
She
studio.
is here this evening.
Come answer that question.
Right. So no, I'm asking you as the mom. I'll talk with her afterwards. But the point is, whatever it is that she brings home a man who is 20 years older
No, she don't
than
like
her.
old man. She don't like old
But
man.
you
She
can't-
don't
no,
like
no,
old man.
Sometimes you don't understand how love is,
Oh,
You see, it causes you to do stuff that you tell yourself that you would never do. I'll be here telling myself, oh, I'm gonna want a young boy, and then I see somebody who is so mature, somebody who can relate with me, somebody who meditates a lot like me, somebody whose spirituality,
yes,
we
up
just
there.
in line.
Yes.
But the first question me I gotta ask him is, you have kids, you want more pitney?
Exactly.
Because if that's the only reason, me I gotta
because
tell
you're
him,
not in that part of it.
no.
Exactly.
And I can tell you this. I went to visit Westmoreland this week,
Yes.
and I was walking with my little niece,
Mm-hmm.
and one Rasta man stopped me.
Yes, because your locks all the way down to your empress.
I know, but the man I look smarty here. So he said where he's from, and he was talking with me, and the man I said, no, I don't even tell the man my name. I didn't ask him his
Yes.
because I wasn't interested.
Right.
But somebody's talking with me. I'm not going to be impolite and just rush him off.
Yes.
But the first thing the man said to me, said, he want a woman and he want picnic and what have you. So I was like, sir, look good for me. I said, do I look like a woman who wants to get pregnant at this age? He was like, so nothing wrong with you. Me at 53, me said, sir, a grand picnic, you want to raise this. Must say, you have to go get somebody else to give you that child. Hear the man now? Well, as long as you will give me the permission to go there and get the child. I said, sir, I walk fast, Sister Julia, because what I want to tell this man is say, I Westmoreland, where I come from, I go. I mean, I want nobody tell nobody, don't let somebody disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
That's
this
right.
old man,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Need your permission. It may look you, but of
Yes.
course you're not in the. We're out of the childbearing age.
Well, me don't know about you,
Me
but
don't
me
know
know
about-
me
me
not
don't know-
out of it yet. But good. But him never get no pity from me.
Mm-hmm.
Because even his approach, first of all, you want to have a child out of you want to get a child out of your union,
Right.
whatever the union is, whether you legally married or however.
Right.
And then no, you want to raise a child with somebody who is not the child's mother. And I am of the view that picnic must grow with mother
Them
and father.
father,
If them
yes.
can agree and them have to separate, fine. But you
That we can
don't,
understand.
you're not even know my name yet, but you're going to decide that. You're going to get picnic care for me. Why you think I don't want a child? I don't have time for that. You see me left my yard at Kingston and go to Westmoreland and so me want to live. Anywhere I want to go. Me over 50 and loving it. Time for me enjoy life
That's
now.
right. That's
Mhm.
right. That's
Anyways, back to the age. Can we bring on our
Okay.
guests? I
So
need
we
to
want
hear-
our guests. We need to see them so I can bring them on. Okay, so
Yes.
Blackie, where are you? And okay.
Oh, she's there.
And
She's there.
Okay, Ceci. Oh, my
Hi,
God.
hi, doctor.
Or
Smith.
resident Dr. Paul.
Or
Smith.
resident Dr. Paul Smith.
I am honored to be back on the show.
If you remember.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, Blackie. What
Okay.
I wish you up in other thing. And me out of the thing. Anyways, we'll sort it out. Jan will sort it out. Jan love all men, you see, so she gonna fix up that. And you see, she fix him up right in the middle.
Middle.
Right in the middle. All right.
I see what you're
Guess
trying
what?
to do.
Hi. All right. So just before I speak with my guest, as I said before, I posted the question on Facebook earlier this week, asking persons if they think that let me read the exact question. Does age difference in relationship matters? And listen to me now, I get some responses here. Let me just go through a few. Won't be doing all at once, but I'm going to be trying to get through as many as possible throughout. All right, so Champion Larmond says, depends on the mindset of the individuals involved. I was in a relationship with the same age group, and trust me, I don't think he should be out of diapers, even though the breed alarm and them face, you see. Lord of mercy. Then this person King Hype, he said, I don't think so. So normally I want to find out from these persons why they don't think, or if they just say yes or no. I want them to explain or to expound. And he says, what did he say? No, we never ask him no further question. He says he doesn't think so. My friend Sid Kataki from India, he says no, never. It don't matter. Doctor Asha Window, we had a nice conversation on there, and she says yes, it does. Mean it does matter. So I asked her to tell me the reason for her answer, and she said this is really a conversation quickly through though maturity goes where each is on their journey, which gender is the older, younger type of relationship. Anyways, Doc and I, we probably gonna be joining forces, teaming up, and do a relay kind of thing where we discuss this thoroughly on her program on a Wednesday and then on my program on a Thursday. So stay tuned for that. All right. So let me continue. Let me get out of Doc's thingy because I don't already fire it. Don Primsoak says I don't think so. Chris Bowden, he says definitely. All right. So he's saying it matters, and I asked him why. Um, he said something. What did he say? He said situations will arise that requires some maturity and level-headedness. And I'm really reading these for the sake of Dr. Smith, because later on we're going to be looking at the psychological aspect of this discussion. And that's the main purpose. I have to have him with me all the time. So Denise Thompson Gill says, I do think so. For example, a 20-year-old dating a 40-year-old can be challenging, especially if that 40-year-old has children already and has already been advanced in life with certain experiences. I don't think that 20-year-old would be able to grow individually while being in a relationship with someone of that age. Just saying. All right. We'll be reading some more later on. This lady, two quick ones. I don't think so. It's about the individual's mindset. Another one says depends on a number of factors. All right. Yes, I'm glad I got so down to this one because I wanted to know the factors. So Kafele, she says maturity, how young, lived, and life experiences, values, vision, aspiration, spiritual and emotional connection, and well-being, and the type of relationship both are in, etc. Saying so, I also appreciate some grown folks in age lack many of the same qualities, and that is so true. And that is why we can't say it isn't right for somebody to be in a relationship with a person who is younger or older because it boils down to maturity. Please don't show that brand, no woman.
No,
Whatever
I'm
you're
not.
drinking there. So, all
It's
right,
water.
I'm gonna be bringing on my guests now, and I want to speak with. Hello,
I'm
Blackie.
here. I'm here. I can hear you.
Right. All righty. So let me ask you the question because I really didn't ask you. Do you think that age difference in a relationship matter?
Yes and no.
All right.
Um,
Explain.
I think it varies. Like when it's an extreme age gap, it kind of looks away, whether it's woman or man. You have someone who would be maybe 60. I think like Madonna is 60 right now and her boyfriend is 21. And I think that, something like that is a little odd. But, up to maybe 10 years or so, I think it's okay. Even me personally, I've dated younger guys and I find that they were immature and me they kind of feel that way, I'm not gonna lie. Like I felt like they made me feel old like a cougar or out of place.
Right.
So yeah, I think it matters.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anybody else like somebody close to your side? You mentioned Madonna. Do you know anybody else who was or is in a relationship? So, for example, a female, because I find that more persons have problems with females who are in relationship with younger guys,
Younger
especially
guys.
guys who are 10 years or more younger than them. Do you
Yeah.
know persons who are in such relationship? And if such, what do you think they're
Of
experiencing?
them. So off bat, no. Like I know one couple I met through work. There was a video director, so we weren't good friends. But I remember meeting him, and he was 24, and he told me that his wife, like he was married. Actually, he was about 23. His wife was 33 or 32. So that's even what 7 years, 8. And I was shocked, and I felt I'm kind of
Why?
I know, right? It's like I don't know, and I'm a woman, but it just seemed weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why, because if there was a guy who was 6 years older, I don't think 6 years is bad for man and woman. But I wouldn't, just like I say, I'm an old man, I wouldn't go.
No, I'm free to
past.
say whatever it is I want to say, but as I'm also saying is that if it is that I meet somebody way older, as long as the person is healthy to me, as long as we have a lot in common, or if the person is
Yeah.
even younger and mature and we have much in common as well, a possibility arises because I believe that love and attraction, I don't think love even cause you to look at the person that way. As far as I'm concerned, I may be wrong, and that is why I have Doc as well, because sometimes my head leak, me say things out of turn also. But Doc,
But before you go into that, can I cut in? I just want to say something.
Yeah.
You just said if you met someone that was way older, but they were healthy, you would move forward. Right. But truly, when you say way older, what's healthy for way older? And a person like me,
as
starts
I said
thinking,
before, 5 years would be good for me. So if the person is 10 years older,
but health. No, what I
healthy.
wanted to say was that I start thinking way down the line. Like I'm actually calculating. I'm like, how long am I gonna have you? And when I reach 50, 60, are you like 82 now and I'm gonna take care of you? And real talk, this is where my mind goes, and I just
And then again, it boils down to relationship goal. It depends on why you need a partner. So if it is only for say, sexual reasons or physical reasons, then I understand your thought pattern. But if it is that, for example, me, I probably just need a companion, somebody to chat with all the time. You understand me? So it all depends. And then
Yeah.
again, at your age group, I can understand that because you're way younger than I, as far as I know it. So then I understand why you would think like that. But me being over 50, me want always one companion. Yeah, I need somebody who is healthy physically, emotionally as well, because I like to go out, I like adventure. So somebody who is able to, accompany me and have fun with me and then kind of something there. So of course I
Yes.
need to have fun with this person, sexually too. But at the same time, as I said before, for me, it all boils down to the relationship goals, right? And this is
Yeah.
why I wanted to bring in Doc, because if me I said something wrong, I want him catch me up, because I said, he is more intellectual. He more understands relationship than I do from a psychological point of view. So welcome, Dr. Paul Smith.
Hi, Queen G.
How you doing? How is Manchester?
Manchester is cool.
Oh boy, I can tell you, I'm in your parish, Trelawney, and it is cool as well. It was overcast last time I was outside, but it is fabulous here in Duncan's, Trelawney, Stuart Castle to be exact.
Awesome.
One more time, just for the sake of our listeners who are just tuning in, or if you forgot who Doc is, he is a counseling psychologist, right? And I can tell you, if I start to read again about Doc this evening, all 8 o'clock, I can't finish because he has so many accolades behind his name. But welcome again, Doc.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much. And it's good to be back on your show. And let me say hi to your guest as well. And hi to Julia.
Blackie.
All right, hi,
Hi,
Blackie.
Dr. Smith. Hi.
Nice to be on the platform with you. And let me say hi
Likewise.
to Julia and all to the ardent listeners. It is good to be back on the show. Thank you, Queen G.
Right. So All right. So the question I asked that last night was let me go and check. Let me go and check and ensure that I read the question correctly to say why I need a psychologist in this particular. Not that I don't want Doc on my show, because I don't mind if him on every week, because Doc is so intelligent and me need an intelligent counselor to be on with me all the time. Doc is so me a big up.
Big up, big up. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. I didn't get those big ups, but it's okay.
But you
I'm
know,
kidding.
and I just remember she has a BA in psychology, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
she
do.
has a BA in psychology. So it's not a little girl me just bring on for the show for her pretty face, you know,
Awesome.
for the sake of
Awesome.
right. But I just wanted to ensure that she kind of co-host the first hour with me, you know,
Yes.
so that we can talk about, especially her being a younger version of me, her views on the topic. But from
Mm-hmm.
a psychological point, no. The question
Yeah.
I sent you is what are the psychological dynamics in an older woman to a younger man romantic relationship? So what are the psychological dynamics in an dash older woman dash younger man romantic relationship? And I also said to you that we could do the reverse.
Yes.
Right? And you started to send me a long book. So I
Oh,
said,
yes.
you better come talk to those people, because it is better they hear it from you than I
Yes.
come on and read this, because I really want them to understand, because there are many persons out there who really have problems with the situation. I know
Yeah.
of women who really love a younger man who wants to be with her as well, but because
Mm-hmm.
she's worried about what others may say when she
Mm-hmm.
walk in with him, what will people say? Just like what Julia said earlier, when she walk
Mm-hmm.
in with her son, she's saying, "Make sure you call me mommy," just because she want people to know that it's not her lover, it's in fact her
Mm-hmm.
son. So people
Sure.
are really using fear to what would I say? To prevent them from experiencing the love and affection
Mm-hmm.
that they would get from this younger person, especially
Mm-hmm.
women.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so how can they deal with this, Doc? And let me know your views on the topic.
All right. Very, 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 very topical issue. Hot
Mm-hmm,
button issue.
mm-hmm,
Yes. And I welcome this discussion. Now, I start out by saying that there is no one size fit all as it relates to this particular topic. There is no specific prescription saying that this is what you ought to do or ought not to do. And I say that the heart of the matter is the
mm-hmm,
matter of the heart, right? And in the discussion, in the discourse that went on, a number of things came up. I listened to Julia, and I listened to you, and I
mm-hmm,
listened to Blackie,
mm-hmm,
and a number of things came and have come to mind. And the first thing is that in some situations, persons are mindful of what others might say about the relationship. They might want it, but at the forefront of their mind, what are others saying? What are they going to say? And that brings some kind of discomfort, right? And then you have the others. People go into relationships for different things. And so you mentioned something. What is the relationship goal? What
mm-hmm,
do I want? What development stage in my life am I at?
mm-hmm,
Do I want a sexual relationship?
mm-hmm.
Do I want companionship? Do I want both? Right?
Or
And the
just
relationship I'm in right now, will
sugar
that
daddy.
relationship afford me to have these needs that
Mhm.
must be met? Right?
Right.
So if when one goes into it, and Blackie mentioned the fact of the vast age difference, and she mentioned the fact that what if she's 60 and the gentleman is 85 or 82, right? It goes back to the relationship goals, right?
Mhm.
So I say to people as well that it can work. It has worked for others. And even today I was reading up on the French president. I think his wife is about 25 years his senior, right? Because she taught him, right? And
See,
I'm
and the
saying,
French are great.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, you know. and should have had children that might even be older than the husband, right? But it
You hear
boils
that, Giselle?
down, yeah, it boils down to what is it that you want, right?
Yes.
But at the beginning, there ought to be a discussion. There ought to be a discussion. Everything must be laid bare on the table, right? The persons can know exactly what you're getting into, right? And not just to get into it and you learn by the way that these things are the issue, and then you cop out, you get frustrated, you become angry, you become disappointed, and you want to leave, right? So you mentioned something. If my goal going to a relationship is to I want children, I don't have children as a man, right? And my wife is 60, then it's not going to be possible to realize that goal. Right? When you then realize that, the woman can't bring forth a child, and you decide to go outside of the relationship to get that need that is unmet, right? How does it play out in that dynamics, right?
It
So
not
it
out
all,
with me though.
yes, so there are shades of gray as we look
Right.
at this particular topic. It will work for some, but for some it may be problematic. But I've seen
Right.
relationships where the age difference it has worked for them, right? But there are others who
Okay.
might enter it blindly and might feel hijacked,
Yeah.
right? And
Right.
realize that this is not something I bargained for. This is not where I see my life going. So let us call it a day, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You have any question for that?
No, I'm just here taking it in.
Right. I think I'm hearing something in somebody's background, like
You're
some
hearing
kind
a
of
feedback?
like some music is being played in the background or something. But
Yeah, there's a studio upstairs. I'm sorry. Remember I told you about my location.
oh, I didn't know where it was. All right. Yeah, that is going to be
Is
very
this very bad?
disruptive. Yes, it is. That sudden kind of sound, but we can work with it for the time being. Right. So Blackie, let me say something to you, and you probably have witnessed or heard people talk about this before. There are some women, especially downtown Kingston, yeah, they like younger boys.
Why tell
And
me downtown Kingston, Julian?
because I'm talking about what I have experienced in. So, Mama, tell you the truth. So, so there are situations where I know some of these guys, they really are only in it for whatever
The
them can
money?
get. Not even just the money, but the big shoes, because these ladies are higglers. And so them like the name brand shoes and this and that.
Wow.
So there are times when there's fight because these boys only take these money. Of course, then we keep company with the ladies for a minute or two, but then them gone to parties with younger girls, all decked out in other clothes and shoes where them get from these ladies. And these big women, I've seen it before. These big women are fighting the younger girls over these men, and it boils down again to the discussion that was had before.
That not right.
It can't be right. So I'm saying I agree with that. So it can work and it will not work. So I still agree with some of the persons who commented on the post that I made on Facebook. So
I think it's rare.
yeah.
I think it's rare that it will work. I think it doesn't work. Well, like you guys said before, it depends on the intentions, right? So if if the guy knows I'm only going into this because this woman is helping to advance my life, and if she understands that, then yeah. But if you're thinking about real long-term love, I just don't see it because of those reasons, because of like childbearing, because of maturity level differences. And even speaking to the whole situation of the downtown woman, them, yeah, that's prominent. Them call it like, mind man. It's everywhere. It's not just downtown, but like we know somebody right now that's dating somebody like that, and the woman finances his life. And funny enough, I mean, he's trying to convince me that he actually loves her, but I just know it's the things. It's the things, and they're looking for a second mom. And that's why I am afraid. Like,
A second mom?
I feel that way. Trust me. Like, I feel that way. Second mom, where maybe their needs weren't met. Sometimes I think that too when people date extremely older. They're about 14 years gap. I think it's some kind of issue, like mommy issue, daddy issue, something that's not
Sometimes
resolved.
it is. Sometimes it
Yeah.
really is. Doc, why do you think some of these ladies, or even the younger guys, why do you think they really want to get involved with? Yeah, you have some who really love the woman, they're attracted to the woman, but I think as Blackie is saying, sometimes it's a psychological issue.
Yes. There are times that there are psychological issues, right? And as she rightly mentioned, that you have to look at drives and motivation. Why do we do the things that we do? That's the base of everything. And so it's a mixed bag, right? There are persons will go into it. The younger guys sometimes, and I'm just speaking generally, right? So the younger guys sometimes will go into it for what they can get from the relationship. And based on my experience too, sometimes they are
I
in this
agree.
relationship, but they are in another relationship that they are more okay with, right? But that other relationship might not afford them the materialistic things that they can get from this kind of relationship. So you have that dynamics as well. So they tend to have it both ways,
You
right?
know, Julian, I had
Right?
my very own Rastaman situation the other day, where just like you said, they have, but this was a young guy. Just like you said, Doc, they're in that relationship, but they have their side piece. I cannot make this stuff up. The guy said to me, he's trying to convince me that, the person that helped them and blah, 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 blah. They tell me that there's no future in the relationship because of the age difference. And if I basically show them that I'm serious, he will eventually leave once he gets, like finish his career goals, which is, and I'm like, are you mad? First of all, how you get them is how you lose them. And yeah, they do that.
Exactly.
I would never go into nothing like that. Most time out of 100, I honestly believe that it's a financial thing when it's the man and the woman. Even when it's a young girl and an older man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have some shit bad big man and nobody would look at them.
Right.
I'm
Wow.
sorry. Is it too much for your show? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me bring it back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
No, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
yeah.
You,
It's very
If they
true what
never
she
have
said.
money, nobody
Yeah.
will look on them.
you see some nice, no, let me tell you, you see some nice, petite, pretty girls with some, and I don't want the men to feel disrespected, but the comparison, I mean, like, them very big, them fat, but them
But the
have money.
older women are always like good looking older women and women will take care of themselves. Like,
Yeah,
why is
for
it
real.
that when
For
an
real.
older woman takes a young guy, it's always like they don't believe our age, or they're like, whoa, or we keep ourselves great. Not bashing, man. I hope I don't come off that. But when it's a young, nice shaped good girl, it's always somebody's.
When it's some money, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And as you say, Blackie, usually when it's in the reverse, with the lady having a younger man, it's usually women who are put together. And I believe that these women don't feel old. Because honestly, I don't feel old. Do they feel old?
No, me a hot girl a road, hot girl.
Me never did expect that answer there, but yeah, for real. And if you feel young and fresh and vibrant, you may not want to get an older man because you don't want to shake them and kill them.
And they're often stuck in their routine. Like how you say,
At
you
all.
love your adventure, you love going out, seeing different places.
Mhm.
Their routine, go to work, they're tired, come home, have a look at beer, and I eat that.
Yes.
So
Right.
at the root of it, there must be compatibility,
Yes.
right? There must be compatibility, right? At the root of it, and you have the dynamics too, as was said before, where some younger girls will be in relationship with older men, right?
Mhm.
And again, it doesn't go for everyone, but you have that dynamics as well, based
Right.
on the fact that the the gentleman might decide to kind of send them to school, send them to study, right? That kind of thing. But what happens too is that sometimes when the age gap is significantly different, right?
Mhm.
There are times when the older man, probably is in his 60s, 70s, now
Mhm.
feels insecure, right? He might realize that he doesn't have the prowess anymore. That young lady might be at her peak, right? And so he's always looking over his back, you know? Is she now talking to one of her peers? And so that level of insecurity is always there. So he's tempted at all times to give in order to keep her, right?
I
So that
agree.
happens as well. And I have witnessed where, jealousy becomes a part of it, abuse becomes a part of it. So it boils down, why am I in this relationship? What are
Mhm.
my goals? What are
Right.
my drives? What are my motivation? Why am I in it? It boils down to that question.
Goes on to that. Doc, we have a ton load of message comments here on Facebook Live. Rosalie Chong, want to say good evening and welcome to all the persons who are in tune right now to Fit FM, whether on the FM band, if you're on our website, if you're on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, welcome. All right. So Rosalie Chung is saying age difference only matters when one or both parties lack confidence, and how strong the relationship is. True feelings must be there. All right. Thanks for that, Rosalie. All right. Camille Shirley, she's saying age do make a difference. All right. Philip Grant, you only can say good evening. Oh, all right. What type of men Blackie like? Only Blackie can answer. Philip, what is wrong with you? Philip? Blackie? You have got to tell Philip that because I can't.
Who is asking, Philip? You. What kind of man do I like? I would do. You know what? I like older men and younger men, but my sense of older is 4 years. Look at top,
Okay.
still in there,
Mhm.
and I do find, in my experience, young guys provide a certain thrill, especially if they have a certain lifestyle, and I like a thrill. But intellect is important to me.
Yeah.
Intellect, being able to talk and dig deep into certain conversations. I love men who are like into fitness and good eating, and I don't know if this is like a need, but honestly, I would love someone that dresses well and just believe in something bigger than himself.
So then I have a follow-up
Romantic.
question. Yes, I have
Yeah.
a follow-up question because you say you would like. So does that mean that you're single? Because I don't know, somebody may ask.
Ever?
You're saying you
Oh,
would
look at
like.
me on the spot.
No, it's not. It's you saying because if you say that, it tells me that you are probably
Yeah.
not in a relationship. I
That's
something get
funny.
like with people on the spot. You never watch my show yet, girl.
Why? I get me that trouble, Jillian. I am
No, you
like,
don't have to answer. That's the thing. That's the
no
thing. You can say
answer.
I passed that. Okay.
The person is probably listening because I sent them the link. But so there's a
And then the
person.
wrong link. But it's all right.
I did?
Yes, but it's all right. We figured
Oh
it out.
gosh.
All
Sorry.
right. No
But
problem.
so there's a person, it's new. So I am single. However, we had a conversation
You're dating.
about, yeah, kinda like I had a conversation with someone, I'm gonna be honest. I had a conversation and we were both interested and moving towards a relationship. But then I decided, I felt like I don't want to just love the first person that comes. He's not the first person, but I still want to keep my options open. And I'm sorry to
Is
say
he
that.
older or younger?
No, he's 4 and some change younger, but he's so mature. I would have never
Right.
even guessed.
So you are dating a younger man, eh, Doc?
But that's
Yes,
not the same. Like he's
yes.
27 and I'm 32. So it's like we're still there right there. So
Yeah.
there was
yeah.
a 24-year-old that was really interested and he sent me flowers and I was open to it, but he was immature. And just like you said, I was worried about what people would think because he looks young. Like he's tall,
Right.
but he looks young. And I'm like, I don't want to be seen as that. And then I wondered, he needed a green card, be a things. So I was like, it's too much. I ran away and
Yeah. Yeah.
Found my Jamaican love. So Philip, I am taking ish.
Taking ish. Philip continues though, because all right, he asked that question of Blackie, and then he's commenting to say, young men keep older women young. You hear that, Julia? And alive. You hear that, Julia? They don't want to keep young people alive. You don't want a young boy in your life, Julia.
So what about you though, Julian? Are you dating?
The good man.
What
Thank you, Blackie. What you doing? Thank you, Blackie.
Julian, what going in your shop? Is shop open?
I want to leave it to me. Listen to me. I want to just sit down with their laugh. When I went to visit my family this week, as I said earlier, then my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, was like, you're the parade about the love stories. What for you, man? That is why I don't have time to date or to pursue a relationship, because I have to go and research to ensure that other people have good relationships. So I don't know if I'll have the time yet. And to be honest with you, I think it's kind of a fear. And Doc, I need to come sit in your chair and talk to you, because later on the couch and talk to me. Because it has been since 2013, since I've dated since, but I've not lived with a man since 2013. And that's a long time.
Overdue now. Ready? You ready now?
Listen,
Yes,
okay?
man.
I
I
don't
want to say it.
a young boy if he keep me hot like Philip said. I don't know. And alive. Doc, you think it would work for me?
There's hope.
What
Yes,
should
hope.
I look for in if say for example, if my thing, as I said before, is 5 years older or 5 years younger, just in case somebody come more than 5 years younger, what should I really look for? And this is for the older ladies out there who may be interested in younger men, but always, attracting the wrong type.
So one has to know, what do I want from a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
That question is fundamental. What do I want from the relationship? Does this person have what I am expecting, right? Am I trading in because I am in a desperate position, and so I'll take anybody that comes along, right? So we all have needs. We all have physiological needs. They
Right.
need to belong. They need for security. They need for love. They need for companionship. They need for self-esteem, right? So I need to know, and my expectations are not far-fetched. They are basic to satisfying my physiological needs. Does this person have what I am looking for, right? Because Blackie mentioned maturity, right? Because she mentioned that young man who is mature. And of course, you have younger persons who are more mentally mature than even persons who are older than they are.
That's
right?
true.
So I'm saying that it's not a one-size-fits-all. It is quite dynamic, but you need to know exactly what am I looking for, and does this person have the qualities of a person that I want? It boils down to that. You need to know what you want. Now, what others are thinking, that is secondary to what you want. And you have to put up with the person. You have to live with the person. You have to see the person. When the person hurts you, am I willing to forgive, discuss, forgive, and move on? Things happen in my space where everybody else is shut out. So it's about me. What do I want? Do I feel satisfied in this relationship? Am I growing mentally, psychologically, emotionally? Am I growing? Am I happy? Is there any need for me to look at anybody else? Or does this person possess the qualities that I want? It boils down to me and what I want. If I can't get that, then the relationship will be unstable. It will become unhealthy because I'm going to have so many unmet needs. And the more unmet needs you have in a relationship, is the unhappier you become.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So it boils down to that. But if I may add a little thing though, is that I realize too that there are some ladies, and not I say it's some ladies who they reach a particular point in their lives and they want some excitement. Sexual excitement, romantic excitement. And so they see a young man who is at his peak and say, yes, this guy can bring me alive,
Hey,
right? So that happens. And so some of them, they make a romantic decision,
yes.
right, to go that route. And the opposite is true, right? Because there are some men who might be going through midlife crisis, as we call it, right? And they want to kind of rediscover a part of them that they are losing out on. And so they believe, yes, a younger female companion can bring me back to life. Let me see if I still have it. Right?
So what Philip Grant said
is clear.
what Philip Grant said for the woman also is the same for the older man.
Sure.
Life, she makes him feel younger.
Yes, it goes both ways.
Right.
You know, so it boils down to drive, it boils down to motivation. Why do I do the things that I do? Why do I make the decisions that I make? It goes back to that. And it becomes an individualized thing.
Here's another scenario, Doc. So I've been there, so I can talk about this. So a young man will approach an older woman, like really younger boy. And he's like, you know, I want to do it because we can't bother with the young girl them again because them too giggling, they want to go up and down, them can't wash, them can't cook. And one thing I know, I never go do housekeeping nowhere for nobody. So I know me once. I'm saying too that they probably need a mother figure or somebody to really take care of them that way there. And on the other hand, because the younger girls are more attracted for whatever reason to the older men, then they really don't have nobody for pursue them. Nobody, no young girl don't want them like that because them don't have the money that most of these young girls are trying. I'm not saying all young girls are trying to get a sugar daddy, but depends on where you are at. So this is their experience. They're not able to find a girl their age who is available to them or who is even on a mature level to them. So,
that dynamic is out as well, yes.
The fact that you mentioned a financial difference, do you think in every relationship where the woman is older, she is the breadwinner or the one making the most? Is that what you're implying?
No. But what I was saying, it's not even from a financial point of view. What I'm saying is that these younger men are not able to find a partner in their age group. So when they approach women like me in my age group, what they're saying is that the little young girl them who are available to them, they are giggling. They can't do anything like wash, cook, clean, them kind of domestic stuff, or them just want party all the time. So they are thinking that in order to find that level of maturity, they have to find an older woman, right? So most of the times we're approaching older woman, it doesn't even have anything to do with love or affection. It's just that they're trying to find a substitute as far as I'm concerned because what they want is not available.
Well, Sigmund Freud, you know, would call that some kind of fixation, you know. And there are times too when some of these persons would not have had the nurturing, right? Or the attention during childhood. And they grow up with a kind of void, you know, to be nurtured, to be loved, to be given that attention. They look at this older woman who seems more mature and can nurture them and can do things for them. And so it becomes an attraction, something that was not within their childhood experience. They lack it as an adult. And so they search for this. They're constantly searching. Somebody who would cook for them. Somebody who would listen to them, give them the attention. Again, it boils down to motives and drive. Right? So it is very, very dynamic. There's no one size fits all, but these situations that we are discussing, they are real.
They are real.
Right? They are real situations.
Rosalie Chong says again, so long as you have laughter, romance, fun, sex, and Sheena left out the sex part, you know, and enjoy being around each other, age is not relevant. Not relevant. Good evening to you, Dr. Asha, my girl. Philip Grant says again, I think intellectual compatibility is very important. We must make money together. And it comes back to the question that Blackie asked me a while ago. It doesn't mean that the woman has to be the one with the money or making the most money. But like any normal relationship, as we said before, we're going into it with questions. We have the dating stage, and we discuss finance because that is one aspect of whatever we have to deal with. So, and that is why I brought on Fly the other day to deal with financial management in relationship. It doesn't matter what age group these persons are. So even if the woman or the man is making more money, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you plan to deal with your finances, how to manage your finances. But for the most part, most of the time when a young, as far as I know it, doesn't mean that I'm right. But I believe that most times when younger men are trying to get involved with an older woman, is something she have when want, not romance. I just feel so.
That happens. That
If
happens.
wrong.
Yes, and I've had a few clients in the past couple of months who have been through that situation. And in that case, the woman might be a professional. She has earning power. She's quite settled. She has her house, you know. She seems mature to that younger person. That younger person goes, and that lady is the one who actually takes care of him financial wise. But when we probe even deeper, we realize, as I said before, that this young man has somebody else, right? That he seeks something else for, but that person can't afford him what this older person is affording him.
So,
right? So we have that dynamics going as well.
I like how you put it back. She can't afford him.
Yeah, can't afford him. Yeah, right?
Oh my God. It's weird.
These things happen, and sometimes they are quite subtle, but they are there and they're happening in people's minds, right?
Yeah.
And this is when they come into that safe space, they reveal to you what is actually here, right? What are the thoughts they are struggling? So there are persons who are not in it, but they struggle with the thoughts. They struggle with it. It becomes a conflict, an inner conflict. Should I not? You know, what are others going to say? Can I really hold out to this kind of decision? But at the base of it, I say to people, make informed decisions, because some decisions we make will haunt us for the rest of our lives. Right?
Take, for example, all right, I'm not the host of tonight's show. Blackie and Julia are. I'm just here in a discussion because I need to express myself. That I don't feel like if I have a young boy, I can walk and hold hands from road with him.
You don't feel that way?
No, because even though I may look like a big, bold person who don't really care what people want to say, I don't know. I don't think I'll be comfortable doing it. But I forgot lock with him all the time. Like going out to have dinner and something, I'm not sure. Coming out, we go say son all the time. People feel say I'm a son.
And that spells problems. It means that there's no full acceptance in the relationship.
Yeah.
Right? So that spells some kind of problem in such a relationship.
And
right?
it's funny how we want to hide. Like, I feel the same. I don't know if it's an insecurity or I don't know what it is, but I feel the same. But when older guys have young girls, it's like a trophy. And them can't wait to touch road with them and show them off and stuff like that. You know?
And good point, Blackie. And then it goes back to the societal constructs that we make of relationship, right? So for the most part, it's okay for the man to be older than the woman, because in his circles, he gets affirmation. It makes him feel alive. It makes him become the envy of some of his friends. There's this need for self-esteem. And I get it from doing this, right? When it comes to the woman, for the most part, society will question.
And I think it's hypocritical.
Yeah, it is hypocritical. You understand? And just to divert a little, it goes back to the issue of even you know the concept where the guys say, boy, man, to have enough girl, right?
And we have
Yes.
enough girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So society,
And
segment
enough
of society,
girl in
the
a bundle.
subculture will say, yes, that makes me a man. But when the reverse is done and the woman has more than one man, then society calls her all kind of names.
I know, right?
Right? So we have some societal construct that people tend to live by. And when you go outside of that, there's condemnation, there is shame, right? There's discomfort because society dictates that this is how it ought to be. So when we step out of the norm, we are uncomfortable with it.
Exactly, because that's maybe the reason why female who are in this situation may, as I said, I may be bold enough to walk out, but in a fact, there
Sure.
are ladies who would prefer to not be so public with their relationship because of that hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And it's not like sometimes you really care so much about what people say, but you just can't be bothered. You just can't be bothered. So you know, it boils down to that. Seems as if we lost Blackie, and we were having such a wonderful conversation. But thanks to Blackie, she left. Thanks to Blackie for joining us. Yeah, really good conversation with her. Yeah, but Doc, for real, it's really challenging for many ladies to and even from their own family point of view.
Yeah.
So you have a younger, no, Julia have a younger guy at home, and then even her kids are at her. She
Yes.
is happy. She's happy with this person. When she's with this person, she's joyful and everything. And nobody thinks about what you feel emotionally
Yeah.
with this person. They are just looking at the stereotype, what it is that society thinks you are to be,
There you
what
go.
is the norm. So they
Yes.
don't care about the joy that you're experiencing. So they go,
Sure.
where do we that little boy there? He can't mind you. He can't, a young boy, yeah, cougar. Then
Yeah.
just say them call you all kind of names. But
Sure. Yeah.
you need to start thinking about, and don't think at all. Leave it alone. Leave people to be happy. You know, leave people to be happy.
Yeah.
All right. I want to read one more or a couple more comments that I got from Facebook when I put out my schoolmate Keturah Thompson. She said, many say no with regard to the question, does it matter? Does the age difference matter? She says, many says no, but I think it matters more than a lot of people realize. So I asked why is that so? All right, so she went on to say, individually, many couples will attest to the fact that age is just a number, and I've heard that all the time. It is the emotional connections that, she's saying she'll come back in 10 minutes. That's Blackie. All right. She continues to say it is the emotional connections that is the major concern. However, many others find that they needed to consider fertility issues that we've been saying before, generational gap that affects communication, and that part we haven't even touched on so much, how they communicate, you know. Yeah, we discussed financial issues that she mentioned here. Who has the power in the relationship and how is it used? Speaking
Awesome
of
point
power,
there.
speaking of power,
Our dynamics.
power. Should any member of the union has power over the other?
Sometimes it happens inadvertently, right? It's not so much it's planned, it just happens. For example, if there's a significance in age, you might realize that the older person tends to become or put on a parental role.
Yeah.
And Julia mentioned it, you know, probably inadvertently, you know, so for some person will take to the extent, you know, listen to me, you're a young boy, you know, no storm. Understand? And they take on that teacher-student relationship, always want to protect the other from danger because the other one doesn't know much, the other one is not mature. So cognitively, one has the power over the other. One might have more knowledge about life than the other and feels obligated at all times to be in a teacher position.
Right.
Teaching the other one, right? follow me, listen to what I'm saying, because I have been there, done that. You know, that happens. Then there's the financial power that will play itself out. So if a young lady, for argument's sake, goes into a relationship, and she goes in primarily because the gentleman can take care of her school fees, right? Or give her somewhere safe to stay, then the gentleman can use that power, right? And she in turn can feel obligated to stay in the relationship. And unfortunately, sometimes when you have the murder suicide, you realize that after, for argument's sake, the gentleman might have sent her to college or university, and she comes back. You realize that sometimes she is more intellectually advanced, and so there's this intellectual incompatibility, right? The gentleman is saying that I took you with nothing, and I made you into somebody, you know. So you have no reason to want to leave the relationship. You owe me for life. Right? And sometimes when they walk out of the relationship now, then you have the murder suicide. Right? So this is a part of the dynamic as well. But compatibility, the ability to sit and communicate and respect and positive regard is shown to my viewpoint, you know, and you treat my viewpoint with regard, with respect, you know, other than saying, shut your mouth, you don't know what you're talking about. And every time I express myself, you put me down because you think that you have years of experience and maturity on your side, and I don't have it. You realize that there's a power dynamic right there. There's no compatibility right there, right? You do not even give me the chance to grow and mature. You're quick to kind of shut down my point because you don't know what you're saying. And yesterday you're born, right? So it can happen in relationship as well. But there are other relationships where even the more experienced one will allow the other one to grow and to mature and to mushroom and to be. So even if I'm stupid, you don't allow me to feel like I'm stupid. You allow me to grow, right?
Yeah.
So that happens. That person in relationship that I'm not allowed to be, right? I am because of what you want me to be. So they don't have a sense of self. They would have lost themselves in the relationship, and that makes the relationship unhealthy. Who am I? Who am I? I might have money, but I might have brought something to the table. I have brought love. I have brought companionship. I have brought compassion. These are the things I've brought. You know, how much regard do you give to them?
Right. And speaking of that, what it is that they bring to, especially going back to the older woman, younger guy, the older woman,
yes,
they have the financial stability, have the home and stuff. But what the younger person brings to that relationship, as you say, is exactly what she wants.
Yes.
Companionship. And then the person on the outside who doesn't even know what it is that these two persons are doing.
Yeah.
They are the one who are passing bad remarks. Oh,
yes, and the judgments, yes.
Him only for the money, but you do not know that they seem quite happy and you can't even understand it. But you have to try to justify it in your way just to tear down the people them. But as you said, you're correct, because if I were to find a younger man right now, Julia, it wouldn't be for the money. It would for the cuddlers. Yeah, I do that, but we're not in the dark. You think Julia easy? I tell her that she need to be on camera in here because people need to know. Oh, for those who don't know her, they need to see her because she not easy in here. People think they brought her out. Julia brought me out from I started working in this place here. Black in home before me start working, and I was never like this, right?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, me now going into a relationship, companionship, me alone. And if I have, first of all, I wouldn't, as was been saying earlier, we'd have to choose wisely. I'm not a party person. So whether old man or young man, if a party person, enough for me that. Because I don't believe that I should, I fix myself with somebody and then know whatever they want to do to enjoy themselves. I'm trying to, prevent them from doing so. So especially younger men, because when me the younger, you know, me I go out, me gone. Every pan and not be gone because my daddy used to own sound system, and once he come of age and can go pan and not me gone. Anyway, daddy I play up, me gone. You understand me? And other parties elsewhere, nightclub, I used to enjoy my life. So I don't believe that if I'm with a younger guy and he wants to party, I should prevent him from doing so. But then that is not what I want. I want when I in my bed, me have somebody I chat to. I don't want to need somebody in the early morning and me I go wake up, figure exercise, and him fast asleep by the time he don't make breakfast and I get ready for go work. That is not my kind of work. Yeah. So if then I take up that kind of person and it doesn't suit me and then I become miserable, I have no right to be miserable on him or to judge him or whatever. Because I took up what I don't want.
You need to know where you are. You need to know where you are, what's happening to you developmentally. Where am I? Can you offer me what I want? Can I offer you what you want? Right? That conversation must be had. It must be had.
It's very important, and that's something I learned over time. Being compatible and aligned, because I used to, do what I call build a man. Every time I say, I just love walk and see potential in people. And you try to mold people in what you want them to be, especially if you're dating a younger guy. I don't know about you, Jillian, but when I do date younger guys, I feel more in control than if I was.
That's what I was saying when you were off a while ago.
Our dynamic here,
the control, power in the
there's a power dynamic, and even with that, I had to learn to step back. Like, even though I felt like he was wise and mature, but I was still wiser than him. I still had to just kind of dump
That's what you keep telling yourself. You're wiser than him. That's why you treat him that way.
Well, I mean, no, it really shows. But I stepped down. I just didn't always need to be in a teaching mode. Sometimes I just sit down and shut up. So with that being said, though, if you try to mold people into what you envision them to be and pick up way in a while, there becomes a resentment. You're never going to change them. Even if them adjust, you no longer party, but you miserable and you're complaining about party life. So he stops going. He's going to be present, but he won't be present. And he's going to hate you.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is why I said to persons that if you come into my life, because a lot of people pretend as well, you are in the dating stage and they're listening to what you are saying, and just because they want to be in the relationship with you, they agree to everything that you say, and then later on down the road, you start to because of you, women never achieved this, or because of you, women never that. Then you had the option. You had the whole time to say what it is that you want, right? Or find somebody else who can give you exactly what you want. Don't hide what it is that you want from me, and then later on, you're blaming me for the fact that you haven't achieved what it is that you want. Because, as Black is said, I found myself being one of those dominant persons. Always, I don't know. It is probably in my nature where I have to be stepping back at times because I'm always kind of a ruler kind of person. And I've been talking to myself about it, trying to make changes, because I'm that kind of person who will take on the mother role, even if because I most persons I've been with are like, my ex-husband was 3 years older than I. And I was the ruler. I was the person with the power in everything. Even when him bring in the money, I would decide what is to be done. Julia, but what happened now? I have to heal from that. And as Mackie said, take a step back, because at the same time, these are men. And no man, no woman will rule them up. No man will rule me either, but you understand what I say? Yes, so I always play the dominant role, excepting for when the romantic side comes. I'm not the dominant person. So come with me if you leave me alone. I'm gonna sleep. That's what I'm say. I just want a companion. You understand? But I
So at the crux of it though, Queen G, self-awareness is important.
Mm-hmm.
Any relationship, even before entering into it, who am I? You know, and you mentioned that you might have that dominant thing for you. You know, if I go into a relationship, how can I make modification? That can, because they're a person with strong personality. Strong personality, and there's somebody who might come in with low self-esteem, and is always threatened by that. Even if your self-esteem is up there, then the person might be down there, and how you handle it becomes an issue, or choose not to handle it, right? So, self-awareness is important. Who am I? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my goals? What are my needs? Where am I in life? What do I want at this stage? You have to discover you, right? Have I gotten over baggages and hurts and disappointments? You can't give what you don't have.
Right.
So you have to make sure that you embrace you and
And
then
at
say,
the
these
same
are
time,
the things that I want in a relationship. This is where I'm at right now. I want companionship. I want to be cuddled.
That's it.
Mhm.
What that Julia
I
wants.
want to stay in bed with you and that kind of thing. And you're saying, no, I can't give that to you. I have this place to go. I have to wake up by this time and get off to work. You realize that over time, you start to have unmet needs. And you
Yeah.
become unhappy. You feel unfulfilled. And your
And the
dreams
thing,
are dashed in the relationship.
I can't do this low self-esteem people though. I
yeah.
can smell them from a mile off, and I can't do that. No, seriously,
It's an
Where is it?
issue. It's
You
an
can
issue.
smell them.
from a mile off. Even if I have
An
a
issue.
stronger personality, I know, as I said, I know what it is that I want.
Yeah.
It has to be somebody who is compatible with me, whether you're older or you're younger, because
Compatibility is important. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
G, can I ask you, speaking of low self-esteem, that kind of transfer into jealousy. Have you ever had a
Yeah.
man that or a partner that was jealous of you or your
Oh, yeah.
accomplishments?
oh yeah. Especially if I'm at meetings with persons who, and them always look at the education level as well.
Yeah.
Even if you invite this person, I've been in relationship, right? And I go to school and study for certain things. I'm not going to do certain things if I have, certain educational level. So not because you are not on par with me, but I try not to let this person feel any lesser than I am. So I'll invite this person out to events just the same.
Yeah.
And he'll be like standing in a corner. When I go for him, I'll be like, why are you here? You're talking with your friends and yada yada yada, and all of a sudden it moves from there to them the kind of man there you
Mhm.
like, and that. So to answer your question, I'm like, yeah, I've been there, and these people don't realize that really of a fact, you love and respect them to the point that even if you want to stand up beside me and not say no, that's where I want you to be, my companion.
Mhm.
And they love to rush you like, oh, I had one. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. The same, and they look at dinners, look at brunches, look at meetings. And they, like you said, they don't understand that I could be in the room with a man with a 45 PhD and he could be 7'1". I'm here with you and I'm building with you.
Exactly. And if I didn't want you here, I wouldn't invite you in the first place.
Yeah,
And
so self-esteem is important in a partner.
self-esteem. That's why I can't do the low self-esteem thing.
Yeah.
No. And it is not just them hiding in a corner. Can I tell you another way they portray themselves? They'll be there talking, and they don't have a clue what the conversation is about.
Mhm.
I've not had that one, but I've seen, other persons, and they're talking and they try to impress on other persons what it is that they do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Just
Mhm.
come and have fun. Just relax with me. Support me.
Mhm.
When it's your time, I'm there to support you. So it doesn't matter. And of a fact, and a lot of men, not to stray from the age difference thing, but Doc, you're here with me and we need healing, please, and thanks. A lot of men, yeah, they really they want a woman who they can brag about. Oh, she works on the radio, and oh, she this, and oh, she that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, when you go out to do your work, and it's back in what with about what we're saying, they don't like you associating with your
Mhm.
peers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You show off yourself when you show off yourself, and you're gonna go on like it's not just me, it's me and my peers, me and my
Mhm.
colleagues.
Mhm.
Gonna go on like better than people. So
Mhm.
if it is that you can't deal with it,
Mhm.
don't be with it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Do not put yourself in that mode of discomfort all the time. You're not going to be happy.
Mhm.
And if you have to be watching over your back all the time, you're not going to be happy. And you can't have it both ways. You can't want to boast your friends. And this is what the person does. And on the other hand, you're saying, don't do this and don't do that. Right? It becomes problematic. So
Yeah.
making an informed decision is very, very important. Based on, and that's what I believe in dating, Quincy. But
Yep.
not just meeting to have bag juice and party,
Mhm.
but to have intense conversation,
Yep.
to have scenarios,
Mhm.
to look at the things that are there and say, can I deal with them? If the person said to me that, listen, I have had a string of rejection
Mhm.
all my life, that's going to bring insecurity and no self-esteem. When that comes, can I deal with it? How will it manifest itself in the relationship? You understand? You have to make sure that you know all of these things and say, all right, I'll give it a shot, or it can't work. So you have to know that. But these things will happen. And as I said, this and how wide the age gap is and the developmental level, right?
Mhm.
There are some persons, the older they become, you know, and the hair changing color and the skin getting saggy, they realize that, boy, I don't feel so secure because after a while, this younger person is going to leave me for somebody else, right?
Mhm.
So in the back of the mind, that is not only at the back but at the front, that is always there, and it takes away from the here and the now because I'm
Mhm.
looking down the road, right? Until I lose sight sometimes of what is before me now.
Mhm.
The,
Mhm.
the hair is still black, the skin still clean and nice. That obtains now. But I can't enjoy today because I am busy thinking about next week and next year. And so I lose out on the precious moment of now. So that
So what you're
happened to the
saying,
person
Doc,
as well.
is to
Yeah.
just enjoy the moment,
Yeah.
enjoy with young guy, and don't even worry about.
The girl mix up.
That's not easy, but a balance must be struck in all of that. And sometimes we live with a lot of what ifs, what ifs. It is said that a number of things that we fear
I've
don't
been there.
eventually happen.
Yes, for
Yeah.
real. I've been there. But as I was listening to you, Doc, there are ladies like to put themselves together, right?
Yeah.
And I like tights and them kind of something. I have
Yeah.
none with who is going to see me because I
Uh-huh.
dress me.
Yes.
Sometimes people will say a lady looking nice out there. A young boy she a dress for,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She going like a young girl, a young man. She a look. Why? I mean, the ladies are. Why not? And another
And
thing,
so,
I know another thing. I've had ladies talk about these young men who date women from overseas,
Mm-hmm.
and when the women from overseas, boy, Blackie said something about the man shape bad earlier. But so if you know where I'm going, sometimes some of these ladies, I don't want to put people down, but the truth is the truth. They're not that shapy. Let me not say anything bad about size, but them not look so hot like we Jamaican women. We sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the ladies be like, see it? Adjust the money, foreign him want go, a visa, him a look, a green card, him a look, because if it was a Jamaican woman who looks similar to that person, they would
Mm-hmm.
not be holding hand and walking in the public. Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that some of these guys genuinely love them when they, I don't know.
you do or you don't?
I do. What do you think? I just want to know what you guys think.
A friend of mine says after a time they can. I don't believe in the growing up.
I believe that.
I
But there has to be something from beginning to grow with.
To grow, yeah. There must be something from which to grow, yeah.
Mhm.
I had one told me, you want to know, say one tried to make myself the other woman, and the girl was not shapely, and he specifically said to me, initially I thought he was trying to be a player, and I was upset, but then he said to me, sometimes you have to choose who chooses you,
Yeah.
and who can assist you. And to be honest, like I used to frown upon men who use women or date with women overseas just to get a green card. But sometimes when you put yourself in these young guys' situation, depending on where they're from,
Mm-hmm.
it's a way out.
Yeah, it is.
We can't criminalize them because it's a way out for them, and them are going with them fatty, yes, and that's it.
And it sometimes it grows into stuff because I've seen some of them have them long term. Them go overseas, the fat in them. And oh my
Is
God,
it
why do I?
growing or is it settling?
Well,
Is
maybe
it
it's
growing or them settling? Because it's like my day
it can be
already.
both.
We have 2 children already. Like.
I always try to look at the bright side of things too, because let me tell you something. I also believe that the person may not be as shapy as we think is the norm, but the man may start the relationship just wanting to get the green card, or as I already said, the green dollars as well. But that person has such a sweet personality that eventually he can fall for her.
That happens. That happens. Yes, it does happen. So as I said, there are also positive sides or positive stories to this kind of thing. So it's not all gloom and doom. So we create a balance. It works for some, but it doesn't work for others. But you need to know what will work for you. Yeah.
I don't know if I could marry to somebody for green card or money, because honestly, I'm the kind of person like this. So if you touch me, I'm gonna like you. My body gonna reject you.
Yeah.
And that's why I try not to take things from people who I really have no interest in, because I am going to reject you. And if you feel rejected, you remember the last program we did together, Doc, was about how to deal with rejection.
Sure, yes.
And, persons will hurt you. Will hurt you because you're taking their things, you're misleading them, you're leading them on, and then now you have somebody else, as you mentioned before, Doc, this scenario where you're telling me about the person having a woman and a second woman who can't afford him. Blackie, what's wrong with your internet? She's going in and out. Anyways, I don't believe in playing people like that.
Yeah.
This woman can be an older woman. It's probably her savings, that she have to live off, and you're taking it, and you're probably using it to take care of this other young person. What it's all just not just go and go look one walk or something.
Yeah, that's exploitation. I don't support exploitation. I don't support it.
So I don't take things from people that I have no intention of being with. I'm always thinking about what if the person hurts me. I have to think about, if I'm misleading the person and the person feel hurt, and even if you take yourself out of the person's sight and the person buck you one day, then we'll do you something. And I always think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know if the young boy there, I don't know. I don't know if me need one, Jules. Because I think about what Grant say, I think about what Philip said, them keep you alive. I want to be alive. I love cuddling, but me like chat too, till we drop asleep.
Yeah.
And cuddle people don't understand. Intimacy is not necessarily intercourse.
There you go.
You're cuddling, you're watching TV, you're talking about your day, you're talking about something that interests you, you're listening with intent and support. And a lot of persons don't understand what intimacy really is, and that is what helps your relationship to grow strong.
Awesome point. And that's why men need to understand women, and women need to understand men, right? Because it is said that for the most part, on the top of a man's list that defines a relationship and make him happy outside of money is sex.
Mm-hmm.
The woman might not necessarily have sex on her top priority. She
Mm-hmm.
wants to feel safe, secured,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
cherished,
Mm-hmm.
loved,
Yeah.
listened to,
Mm-hmm.
appreciated. She wants to feel like a queen, the nicest thing since sliced bread. When she feels that, she doesn't have a problem in giving, in making love. But these things must be met. And sometimes the man might not understand that these things are important to a woman, right?
Hold
And
your
might just
point,
have
Doc.
sex, yeah.
Hold your point. Blackie, I wanted to, I know you're ready to go. I know you're ready to go. I see your internet getting inconsistent, but it's really good having you. It was a joy having you with us this evening. And thanks for the points that you made. Thanks for the laughs. And I'm sure that our listeners enjoyed your input this evening. Your part in chat, though.
Thank you, G, and it was nice meeting you, Dr. Smith, and thank you for
My
having me on the
absolute
show.
pleasure. You have been awesome.
Yes, I will definitely be back. I hope I can come back. Hope me never
Oh,
too
yeah.
rude.
Oh, yeah. You're
All
welcome
right,
back anytime, goodie. All right. Take good care of yourself, and we'll definitely talk. All right. Take good care.
thank
Bye.
you. All
And
right,
make sure
good
you
night.
introduce
Take
me to
care.
the young boy when we meet.
We're going on double date.
Oh, Lord. Let them also the
Okay.
next 5 years from now. All right, Blackie, take care. The conversation continues with Dr. Smith. All right. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the importance or how important is age difference in a relationship. I know that some of you out there are wondering, boy, this person likes me, but should I do it? Should I not do it? Remember that we've been talking, and Dr. Smith been repeating that we need to discuss what it is that we want. It's just the same as any other relationship.
Any other relationship.
Any other relationship. You
Yeah.
need to talk about what you want. You need to ensure that the relationship you're getting into has what you want in it. Something to start somewhere that you can
Yes.
both grow with.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh boy. Doc, no,
Yeah.
I need some healing because Julia messed up my meds now because she got say she don't want no boy way older than her, younger than her son.
Mhm.
And this man younger than me have a son though. You know what? Let me go and read some of what person are saying online because Julia not easy. All right, so I Rosalie again. She's saying, oh, Patrick Cross. Hi Patrick, welcome. He's saying love the topic. Right. Julia Rosalie Chung is also saying again, it's crucial for both to feel comfortable. Yeah, that's what Doc has been saying, and safe in expressing their feeling and needs to each other, listening, hearing, and respect each other. Dean Levy, big up yourself, girl. Welcome. She's always on. Dean is saying they say older woman looking a cougar. Jean, you see her? Hey, yeah, wow. All right. So Philip is saying, bye, Blackie. Blackie, you can tune in on a Saturday. What time on a Saturday does Philip come on? Julia? Saturday, 3 to 7. So be sure to tune in to Philip's show. What's the name of the show? Mystic Saturday. I just listening. I don't care about names. I just listen. All right. So Dennis Ford Anglin, big up yourself. Thanks for coming in. But I really am enjoying the fact that our listeners are engaging as well. They're sharing their thoughts. And yeah, because it may not seem as crucial to some persons, but it really is for a lot of persons. Does it
Yes.
matter? Does it matter? And from a psychological point of view, we have to decide what it is that we want and
Sure.
not worry about what others think. But how
Yeah.
easy is that though, Doc?
It might be easier said than done, but it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
But because most times we, as simple as it might be, we initially we innately we want approval.
Mm-hmm.
We want acceptance,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And sometimes when we don't get it from others, what we want tend to become secondary. But
Yeah.
what we want should be primary. What makes me happy,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it goes to the extent, Queen G, that sometimes not even the age difference, but you might have a partner that your relatives or family don't approve of.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. But that person makes you happy, right?
That's the
And there
same
are
thing I was
persons,
saying to Julia
yeah, there
earlier.
are persons who will go ahead and say, because my relatives or my friends don't approve, let's call it a day. There
And
are
deprive
others who will say,
themselves of
this
the
is what I
joy.
want. In spite
Mhm.
of how you feel, this is what I want, and I'm going ahead with it.
I'm that person. I'm
Yeah,
that person because yeah, everything may not go 100% of how we want it, but
yeah.
if it is that I know how this person makes me feel, I know the person
Hmm.
respects me, I know the person knows my values, and you know, they
Yes.
they communicate well with me, and
Hmm.
we have similar, we have a lot in common,
Yes.
right? So we are able to relate to each other. I'm not going to allow you to steal my joy by determining who I should be
Oh,
with.
yeah.
However, there are times when I will listen to people because you're on the inside, you're so infatuated
Hmm.
that you're not even seeing the bad side of this person anyways. So
Hmm.
sometimes it is not always such a bad thing when
Yeah.
person
Hmm.
intervene and
Hmm.
say, listen, this person is so and so. Sometimes we try to justify and say it's because you know like me being happy. But
Yeah,
this
yeah.
person, if we really stop and look, then some of the heartache that we suffer later on in life, we could have saved
Hmm.
ourselves the trouble.
Yes,
You know, but
definitely.
some people really malicious, they don't want you to be with that person just
Sure,
because
sure.
it is not their norm.
Yeah, indeed, indeed,
Mhm.
indeed. Hmm.
Oh boy.
The
Anything you
motive is always important. Motive always, always important. And as you said, there are times when we are looking through a thick wall and
mm-hmm.
we might not see what others are seeing. It's worth the time to sit and evaluate. You
Yeah.
know, somebody might even come to you and say that I know of this person and he is an abuser.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is worth the time to consider and to check it out to see if there's any truth to it, other than just being totally dismissive. But on the other side, you have persons that are just malicious
Mm-hmm.
and would do anything at all to make sure that you do not end up with the person that you really want to be in your life.
Right. And you have some women or men who prey on other persons. So for example, you know, say an older man or an older woman needs a companion and maybe finding it hard, you know, finding it hard to find that companion.
Hmm.
And it is your norm to go around just to get monies off these people. It is something that you do for a living. You know, some people
Hmm.
are like that. They're
Hmm.
also scammers, whatever you call them. So they may have two, three, four older women or older men who they are getting stuff from. And
Hmm.
somebody may know about the situation and may be trying to warn you.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And you're not listening because guess what happened? Because you want to be so alive, as Philip Grant says. You
Hmm.
want somebody to make you feel younger. So
Yeah.
rather than look into it, you just brush it aside and says because you don't want me to feel alive.
Hmm.
And anyways, I'm going to find a younger guy for somebody.
Yes.
And and
Looking at me. Why are you looking at me?
Julia,
Dr. Smith, I'm quite fine here.
why is she picking on you, Julia?
No, me no know. Me no know. I've been there with her now for 2.5 years. Give me a little bit more time. I know that.
oh, but I have no problem with that. I respect that. As long as you will go to the younger guy. How much time do you need?
No, I'm not going
I
out
need
with
to
the,
groom
I'm not
him
going
for
out
you.
with a younger guy. That is not going to happen.
All right, you want an older man?
But
You want an old man? What you want, Julia? Let us know. Doc and I and our listeners will try to find the best because we love you.
I'm
you
not,
know.
me know, but I'm not ready yet. I haven't thought
January,
about it.
what kind of man she forget?
She have on her headphones. She's not listening to it.
She.
What January says?
Should she get an older one? I mean, you want to be
January says
alive.
a rich man.
Or a rich man. But yeah, well, if young people are rich, Doc. If I didn't never hear what she said. So if the person young and rich, you're all right.
No.
Okay. That's her daughter talking in the background.
Okay.
Old money? No new money? Old money? I don't even know what I want yet. I'm going to have to sit in Doc's couch
Let's stretch out to the white chair.
and talk my heart out. And then Doc, and
Yes.
after I see Dr. Smith, I have to come back to Dr. Asha. I need both. That's how
Both.
deep my
Yes.
wounds are.
Yes.
I need a healing. You hear, Dr. Asha? So we have our own psychologist here. You know, Dr. Asha is our psychologist. She deals with
Okay.
healing moment on a Wednesday from
Okay.
6 to 8. So our programs here are deep in healing.
Awesome.
You know, so that is why we are Fit FM.
Yes.
We are not just into just the physical fitness. Big up our
Yeah.
fitness coach who comes on at 6:30.
Yes, Mr. Fitness.
Mr. Fitness. Right. So we are not just into physical fitness. We are also in emotional and mental fitness. So
Awesome.
we have to do that. And that is why we have on a Tuesday as well. Lady Jules, back me up now.
On a Tuesday,
6 to 8.
it's really Bible study. But
Mhm.
you know, yes, Bible
Healing
study.
as well.
Yes, because
From a biblical point of view.
view. Yeah.
You know, so we have the romantic side of it. We have the what do you call it? The therapy. The Dr.
Yes.
Ashadu,
Yes.
the therapeutic part of it. I don't know the big word. And then you have the biblical part of it. So
Yes.
we are into healing.
We cover.
We're
Sure.
into healing, fitness overall on this
Yeah.
radio station. And
I
that
love
is
that.
why, yes, and that is why we love to have people like you on, Dr. Smith, because I don't know nothing about psychology.
I'm blushing now.
Yes.
I am blushing now.
Yeah, go ahead. But I want to be the facilitator here, Fit FM and myself, because I want to ensure that the information, though we may, be funny sometimes, we laugh and we say things in a joking manner. But at the end of the day, when I leave the show at 8 o'clock on a Thursday evening, I
Yes.
want to know that somebody is benefiting from whatever discussions we have.
Sure.
Because
Yes.
persons may not really realize that there are many persons out there suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, suffering a lot. People need to be healed from past relationships. Some young girl might have been with an older man, and she got brokenhearted, and she don't
Yeah.
know how to get over this. Another a older woman might have been with a young guy,
Mhm.
or people may just want to learn how to get together, what they
Sure.
need to learn, because this show is not about just showing up the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we identify the bad so that we can exactly, so that we can know how to deal with situations
Sure.
and move
Yes.
forward. Right.
Yes.
So, Doc, we want to say thank you. I have to wrap up now. It's a few minutes moving up to 8 o'clock. Wow, time flies when you're having fun.
Having fun. Yeah.
What? 4 minutes.
4 minutes moving up to 8 o'clock. So I want to say thanks to Blackie. I want to say thanks to Dr. Paul Smith. I want to say thanks to all the persons who are commenting on Facebook Live and all the persons who throughout the week who have been responding. I didn't get the chance to read all of your comments, but trust me, most of them are linked. Most of them are saying the same things that you are even saying, Doc. So we want to say thanks, and I'm sure that some of these persons are in tune right now. Big up yourselves. Thanks for making it Fit FM. And next week, oh boy, we're in for another treat. Next week, we should have Doc. We should have another minister who will be coming on to discuss a topic that I was suggesting to you one time back, because I really want us to discuss the biblical model for marriages.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And, we're tying up a minister for that.
Yeah.
A little fiery man, I'm told. Wanna say, what's his name again? Same personality
as you,
as
Dr.
Dr.
Smith.
Smith.
Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So I want to have as
Minister
many
Peku.
minutes.
Minister Winston Peku.
Minister Winston.
Okay, cool.
You are familiar with him?
I've heard the name. Yes, I've heard the name.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to bringing him on next week for that. So for persons who wants to know the biblical model for marriage, tune in next week because definitely I'm drawing out Minister Peku for that one. Yes. All right. So thanks for making it Fit FM again. Remember that you need to follow Fit FM on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Are we yet on LinkedIn? Yes. LinkedIn. We are all over the place. Just type in Fit FM 967 and will pop up because you need to be in tune to Love Stories every Thursday with me, Queen G, from 6 to 8 p.m. And you can follow me, Queen G, at Love Stories Queen G on Facebook and Instagram. I'm all over the place as Gillian Lamond as well. If you Google me, you will find me. Easy. All right. So thanks again for making it Fit FM. Love you guys. Julia, big up yourself.
Big up yourself, sis.
Always keeping me in line. Mwah. Bye-bye, everyone. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Stay tuned. Me gone, but Fit FM is still here. News comes up next. All the best.
Bye-bye.